Okay, so we have our chain, and we're just going to do basic Afghan stitch. So in the back hump of your second chain, insert your hook, and we're going to leave all of our loops on the hook. Okay, so go ahead and go all the way to the end, and I'll meet you over here. Alright, I'm just going to pick up my last chain here, and then we're going to do a normal close. So for the normal close, the chain one, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops all the way down. Oops. Continue, and I'll meet you right back over here, and we'll start the stitch pattern. Alright, so let's begin our stitch pattern. This is going to be a 1-row repeat, so each row is going to start out the same. We're going to start out with a purl stitch, so bring your yarn in front, slip it underneath that vertical bar, then bring your yarn over and wrap it around and pull through. And then the next stitch is just going to be a knit stitch. So in between your bars, insert your hook from front to back, yarn over and pull up a loop. We're going to do another purl stitch. Bring your yarn to the front, insert it underneath the vertical bar, wrap it around. You may want to use your thumb to hold that down just like that and pull it through. Knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, purl stitch. Alright, so continue this all the way down, and then you're going to proceed with a normal close. So Tunisian simple stitch in your end loops here, and then proceed with a normal close, which is chain 1 and then pull through 2 loops all the way down. Alright, so continue, and I'll see you guys over here. Alright, so I'm down to my last stitch, also known as end loops, and I'm just going to insert my hook into my end loops. Already, chain 1, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 all the way down. Okay, see you right back over here where we will do a repeat. Alright, so we've completed our foundation row and row 1. Now let's just get ready to repeat row 1. It's the same thing each row. So you're going to purl, bring your yarn forward, that's your purl. Now you're going to see in just a few short rows you'll be able to see the pattern starting to form. Bring your yarn forward, insert it under the hook, yarn over, pull through, knit stitch, purl stitch, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the pattern. So go ahead and repeat this for as many rows as you need, and then we will sew it up. Alright, so we have finished our project. Mine's the length that I want it to be. So the next step, once you just have your very last loop on your hook from your last stitch, you're going to chain 1. And we're going to bind off with a slip stitch in each stitch. This isn't something that you're going to do super tight. So we're going to do a slip stitch. Just like this. And each stitch across. Oops. Start over. Okay, so go ahead and do your bind off, and I will see you guys right over here. Okay, so I'm down to the end, and I slip stitch in my last stitch, and I'm just going to make a slip stitch into my end loops here. Alright, now what you're going to want to do is draw your yarn through, okay, and you're going to want to leave enough to sew. So cut a chain of like, I don't know, 18 inches or so, or a strand. Okay, so leaving all of your yarn attached like that, okay, just like this. We're going to sew our item together. So go ahead and grab your needle. Okay, this next step is going to be a little tricky. So my item is actually upside down. So let me just turn it around for you so you can see where we're at. Okay, so this is where our strand is that we're going to use to sew. Alright, so I'm going to turn it just so I can show you guys on camera. Okay, whoops. Go ahead and thread your needle. Mine just fell out. Okay, what you're going to do is bring your item, so you're going to have your right sides facing just like this, alright? Bring them together, just like this. And we're going to do an invisible close, then we're going to sew it together. I know it seems a little strange, but it's going to work out. Alright, so we're going to bypass these loops right here, okay? And we're going to come into these loops right here. So insert your needle, whoops, just like that. Pull it through, pull your yarn through. Okay. Then you're going to go into the back of the stitch that you just finished. Okay, so this is so that you have a nice seam, basically flawless. Alright, now we're going to proceed with the sewing. Alright, so what we're looking at is the inside of our item, and then we did our invisible seam right here, okay? So let's turn it like this to where your yarn is coming towards you, alright? Now, we're going to bypass these little loops right here, and we're going to come into, because that one's, it's really occupied, okay? If we had put the yarn through there from here, it would already be occupied. I didn't do that. You can if you want to, okay? It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to proceed over to the next set of loops, just like this. And you're going to grab, so you've got two loops, okay? Your bottom loop and your top loop. We're going to grab the top loop only, and then insert your needle into that little loop just above it. Pull your yarn through. Same thing. Insert your needle into both loops on this side, and then only the top loop and the little one above it. And you're going to do this all the way down. Probably should have used a red needle. But, you know, next time. Alright, so go ahead and continue doing this. And I will see you guys right over here. Alright, so we've crocheted from right to left, and we're just going to tighten up this edge over here. Okay, so let's flip our project. This is my tail, like from when I first started, okay? And this is my sewing tail. Alright, so we've got these two little loops here that are kind of like in the way, and you gotta do something with them. So insert your needle just like that, and pull it through, and we're gonna insert the needle back into the same last stitch when we were sewing. Okay, so right in here. Just kind of pull it tight. Now, you've got your little loops there, and then right next to it, we're going to insert our needle up just like that. Okay. Now hold your project, and then you're gonna skip those little loops, come over to the next set, insert your needle. Insert your needle into the back, okay, into the back of the stitch we were just, that we pulled straight up from, okay. All right. Now you can go ahead and leave your item up even till it, like close up any little gaps or what have you. But this is it, you guys. Alright, as usual, I love hanging out with you guys. Alright, so please leave me a comment or a question, and I will chit chat with you guys in the very near future. Peace out.